Chanatip to run with the ball. They expect a lot from Tirasin captaining the team. But unfortunately today they're going to miss two key players, Cisco up front and Lihu in midfield. So I think this is the weakest that Muang Thong has been in this entire group. And I think this is a great opportunity for Kashima. As I said, 6 days ago Kashima beat Urawa Reds away in the J League. So they would be really riding high on confidence.
John, whatever happens, it has been a mightily impressive campaign from Muang Thong. If you look at the 4 groups in the AFC Champions League Eastern Zone, there's only 3 teams that are unbeaten. The other 2 being Guangzhou Evergrande and Kawasaki Frontale. But they've drawn 4 of their games. They've only managed to win twice. And Muang Thong have won 3 times, drawn a couple of times, and are also unbeaten. This is a year for them to be quite proud of their performance.
Well, they should be very proud. And I know he won't because he's far too humble for them. But Tawan, their head coach, has got the tactics right every single time, which is not to dominate things in the central midfield area and try and keep the possession of the ball, which is a very Thai thing to do. It's a soak and counter. As Chevy's already mentioned, defensively they've been solid. They're missing Chilio Santos, by the way, who I think's been outstanding, the big Brazilian centre-back. They're missing him, they're missing Tristan Doe as well as Isco and Lee Ho. So it's 4 key players they're missing, and that's why I think they'll struggle tonight. But they've not struggled throughout this group stage in this Asian Champions League one bit. Tactically, absolutely fantastic. Tawan and his team on the touchline have been superb, Steve.
There are, though, John, several familiar names in that Muang Thong United side. For our viewers who are not so familiar with Thai football, who should they really be looking out for in that starting lineup?
Well, it's got to be Chanatip Songkrasin. He's going to Consadole Sapporo in the J League. So of course he wants to play well against Japanese opposition. And this stadium, I played in this stadium, it's a gorgeous stadium, gorgeous surface. Chevy and I were purring over it. It's a type of surface that you can shunt the ball to Chanatip Songkrasin. You can wrap it around his neck and he will just bring it down in the blink of an eye. I expect Chanatip to get the ball, be nice and positive and dribble at opponents. He scored a wonderful goal last time out. Look at Chanatip Songkrasin. If you can get the ball in the final third to him, he will light things up. Those fans should be in for a treat.
John, thinking that Kashima are going to come away with the points, which would put them top of the table by 1 point. Chevy, who's going to win today?
I've got to go with the home team. Yes, I think they will win and they will top the group and play Guangzhou instead of making it an all-Japanese affair of Kashima and plus against Kawasaki Frontale.
All right, then the fans are out with their big flags. You can see them jumping up and down from time to time. We've hit the magical hour, or no, we're about to. That's the scheduled kick-off time, which is about 4.5 minutes away. You said you played in this stadium before, John. What was the atmosphere like when you were there?
Well, Kashima back in 2008, they had a fantastic team. Marquinhos, I think, was one of the top scorers in that edition of the Asian Champions League. He was absolutely incredible. I think I touched the ball maybe half the time. And when I touched it all, I think it just came off my ear and went out of play. So they were a very good
standard 90 minutes.
Standard 90 minutes for Wilkinson, running around trying to kick somebody. But great atmosphere, and it was just a wonderful moment in my career. Gorgeous surface, great stadium.
Descorco, Reece Rosh and Rai are your commentators.
A smiling Tirasin Danga. And Chanatip looking a little bit more thoughtful, but this has been an AFC Champions League campaign to be proud of for Muang Thong United. Thai champions have lost just 1 time in 90 minutes competitively throughout this season. They were beaten by Kitchi in a penalty shootout in another tournament earlier on in the season, and Buriram beat them in the league, but otherwise nobody has got the better of Muang Thong United. Reece Rosh and Rai. Everyone's saying that maybe Muang Thong might take this a little bit seriously, but this a little bit lightly. But when you look at this Kashima Antlers side, they're not, because this is probably as full a side as they can put out. with the one exception of Suzuki up front, the youngster getting a rare start up top.
Yeah, you look at this Kashima side, they're serious about this. They want to pick up 3 points. There's a lot of pride here playing at home in front of their home fans. I don't think they'll expect their team to come out and just get rolled over, but it's Wongtong United side. They've got some great experience on that bench as well. You look at Ogasa Wara down there, number 40, 37 years of age, being left out, not being a regular in this Kashima side because Leo Silva has come into central midfield for them.
Abdulrahman Al Jassim with the respective captains. It's Tirasin, who's still got that big smile on his face. And he's probably going to lead the line, or certainly be one of the 3 forwards. Ayoma returns after missing out in the weekend's Thai Premier League match, but they are missing Liho, they are missing down the right Tristan Do, and of course they're still missing Sarach, who we still talk about. So it's a weakened Wongtong United.
It is a weakened Wongtong United. Cisco missing, I think he gives them a lot in those attacking areas. He's got the ability to hold up play when they are under pressure, which I expect them to be in this game. You know, I think Kashima are going to be the side that will hold on to possession a lot more. So you're missing that physicality up front that Cisco brings to you. Having said that, though, they've still got great experience and wonderful quality in Terasin and Chanatip up front for them.
Masatada Ishii is the man in charge of Kashima Antlers. And he's got a number of experienced players they can call on. Sripantawan, of course, missing those key players, and so it's an opportunity for the likes of Ratchapon in the heart of midfield, Mongkong on up front, and also Supan playing in defence. They haven't had that many starts in the big games, a chance for them to impress.
Absolutely, and you mentioned quite rightly an opportunity for them here to impress the coach and show what they can do here. Coming into this competition, you never know which of these players you're going to need in that round of 16. It's good to give them some game time in an atmosphere like this. You're looking at Supan as well, a young defender that's come through the ranks at Wongtong United, getting an opportunity. We think alongside Aoyama in central defence. You mentioned Tristan Do being out on this side, and I think that takes away a lot of their attacking threat down that right-hand side. Mongkol and Addison normally plays in central defence. He's being asked to do a job out at right back. Not very adventurous going forward. Will give you a bit more defensive security in that right back position, but Mongkol is going to have to be the one that provides them with that width and provide them with an attacking outlet down that right-hand side.
Just waiting for Japanese TV to join us. The commercials are being run. Match referee is from Qatar, Abdulrahman Al Jassim, as are his assistants. The 4th official is Yen Viet from Vietnam. This is also an audition for Chanatip Songkrasin. Of course, he's going to be moving to the J-League. And it's a rare glimpse. They will have seen what he can do already in the AFC Champions League. The little man will be hoping to impress before his departure. We are underway. Wongtong in their change strip of all white will get us underway. Tiraton immediately linking up with Pirupat. Left side of brothers as they've almost become.
Look at Pirupat and Tiraton as well. You know, they can easily switch positions during the match. Both very comfortable at left back or in left midfield. We're seeing Tiraton initially starting in a left back position with Pirupat just ahead of him.
Who's a young player. They promote youth as well, do Kashima. 2 of their players, Suzuki and Ueda, part of the Japanese side that won a tournament in Malaysia for the under-23s, as was then. Leo Silva, signed from Albrecht, managed to keep it in. Not sure if that was a shot or a pass from Nagaki. I hope it was a pass. Addison. Reece Roshanrai, who played in the AFC Champions League with Singapore Armed Forces, as was. Warriors as are now in the Singapore S League. That's a good ball through looking for Suzuki. Number 7 is Pedro Jr.
They struggled for goals, Kashima, in the J-League, just scored 13 in their opening 10 matches in that competition. And Suzuki up front, Pedro Jr. up front, you know, Pedro's only got 1 goal in the J-League, Suzuki's only got 2 in the domestic competition, and they left out Muka Nazaki from this side, who is a top scorer there. but they've done well in the AFC Champions League. They found the back of the net a little bit more regularly in this competition here. Whereas Montong have had to rely a lot upon their defensive solidity, and then hitting teams on the counter-attack have been really effective. They've been so efficient, and they've shown some flexibility tactically as well, setting up in different shapes. We're seeing a 4-4-2 or a 4-5-1 up against Kashima here tonight.
Leo Silva, Nagaki touches it wide. Mizawa was going forward. Shomadoi. Switch again, not the best coming in from Nishi and Chanatip. They were trying to release Pirapat, who'd got forward well down the left-hand side. And Chanatip making life awkward for Sante.
It's a good idea from Ratchapal there in central midfield, trying to release Pirapat early on that counter-attacking opportunity there.
Yasushi Endo. To play in Suzuki. 34 is Watanaplainam, 13 Ratchapon, Nawano in the heart of midfield. Pirapat operating down the left alongside Tiraton. Here is Pirapat. Beautiful playing conditions. What a surface.
And great for both sides as well, too. Sides that are very comfortable in possession of the ball.
Pedro went for the give and go with Endo. Pedro quick enough to get there. Endo. Oh, lovely dummy and slid wide. It was Shomadoi coming in from the left-hand side. Chance.
That's a threat that Shomadoi brings, starting out from their left-hand side there. Lovely little dummy by Suzuki, just to leave it. Shomadoi finds himself a little bit of space in the penalty area. You're thinking, go far post there in that situation. Tries the near post, just doesn't quite get the connection that he wants on it.
Straight back involved again, finds Pedro Jr. This is the left-back Misao. Nagaki. Quite what Nagaki meant.
With Shomadoi being given that license to sort of roam into central positions there to link up with Suzuki and Pedro Jr. What can happen in those situations is that the central defense of Montong can get overloaded, those two central defenders.
That's where Lee Ho may well be missed, because that's the hole that he normally fits.
Yeah, he's been outstanding for them in central midfield. A very good understanding of when he needs to drop back and provide that extra man in central defense, Lee Ho. So we'll be down to Watana and Ratchapal tonight to play that role.
Wontong's defensive work being outstanding. One goal in the AFC Champions League game. Just 6 in 13 matches in the Thai Premier League.
Excellent defensive discipline. You look at how they move as a unit. The lines are close together as well, and they'll drop off, make sure teams can't go through the middle.
Mongkok trying to go around the outside, but where's the support? The corner will do.
Almost looked like Terasin and Chanate didn't believe Mongkok would be able to make his way down that right-hand side there.
Okay, Armour. Numbers upfield. He'd like to score one against his countrymen. He'd like to score one. Tiraton will tease this one in with this wonderful left foot. Not quite working its magic on that occasion.
It's far too much whip on the ball there from Teraton, still finding his range perhaps. It'll always give them an opportunity from set pieces, the quality that Teraton has with his deliveries.
Green goalkeeper Constante's long ball. Suzuki couldn't get there. Nishi, Endo outside of him, actually slid by Endo. Teraton is a bit fortunate to get a free kick there. He lost control and Pedro was quick in to challenge. If the teams are looking on who to avoid in the next round, you would expect that Kashima would want to avoid an all-Japanese side, wouldn't mind taking on Guangzhou.
Well, there's been a lot of talk about who Muangthong would prefer to face, and Chanatip has been reported that he's come out and said he preferred to face Kawasaki rather than Guangzhou Evergrande. I just think Muangthong shouldn't be fearing anyone in this competition, you know, with their record in the group stages. You look at some of the teams that they've had in their group as well, Brisbane Roar, Kashima Antlers, you know, they've dispatched of them, and they've shown quality. They've more than matched up to these sides, and they've been better than these sides. So whether it's Kawasaki, whether it's Guangzhou, you know, they always have an opportunity, Muangthong, playing at home against either of those sides. That's where they look to try and make that home advantage count.
Endo, a long-time servant at Kashima. Watanabe's dispossessed by Suzuki, who's working hard. Doi onto Pedro. Pedro was looking for the Nagaki's run to the right of him. It never really came. Nishi. Tiny Endo once again. It was Jen Shoji who's dispossessed, and breaking forward is Tillerson. He's got players to his right-hand side, and there's a chance. Moncon denied by a good save. Still not over. Tillerson. Ueda with a good block. Well, a fast break from Wongtong. Still the danger not over. Ratchapong. Not comfortable going forward at full-back, and now they might be caught in the space where Addison was. Doi couldn't keep it alive, so the break is stopped, but a good save from Constante to deny Mongkong.
Classic Muangthong counter-attacking situation here. Mongkong's got an option down their right-hand side, provided an option down their right-hand side, so has Chanatip down the left. It was 3-on-2 at one point. Mongkong, as you can see, mishits it there, wanting to drive it across the face of goal towards the far post. It's a comfortable save from Kwon Soon Tae in the end. It was a great shot, by the way, on the replay there. It's allowing us to have a look at Mongkong's non-kicking foot, pointing towards the near post. Didn't connect with the ball as well as he would have liked. Credit to Ueda, putting enough pressure there, forcing that shot towards the near post.
Well, it was Jen Shoji's loss of the ball in the heart of midfield. Now he's back in his usual place, Shoji. Helped out by his younger centre-back partner, Ueda, who's on the ball.
It's incredible, really. How often do you see centre-back pairings, 22, 24 years of age here, those two there. They've been playing regularly for Kashima since they were 19, 20 years of age.
Pedro, wide to Doi.
A lot of talk about Shoji as well, perhaps moving over to the Bundesliga soon. There's interest in his services from around Europe.
Pedro. Ueda to Leo Silva. Alberex Nigataman. Nagaki. Mizau. Doesn't get many starts, Mizau. Doi, he does. Mizau again. Pedro, neat and tidy, looking for Doi. Ayama clears. Neat and tidy in possession.
Lovely little interchange of passes there, those positions. Shoma Doi once again drifting in from that left-hand side. Defensively didn't panic in that situation. Aoyama reading that pass.
Some goals to tell you about already in 4 matches, all kicking off simultaneously on various Fox Sports channels. You don't want you to turn over because obviously you want to see how Wongtong are getting on. But Ulsan have taken the lead against Brisbane, and Western Sydney are 2-1 up against Shanghai SIPG, having been a goal down. A goal down in a minute, 2 up in 6. Trying to take the quick free kick. Gaki comes over. Sushiendo is the number 25. Too much on that from Nagaki. Wisely keeping the ball away from Cowan, whose reputation clearly tells in AFC Champions League circles.
It's a very poor delivery from that set piece there. Just too deep, too much power and elevation on that. The positive thing is that at least it gone out for a Wongtong throw-in. Kashima can apply that pressure a bit further up the pitch.
Addison's trying to nick 2, 3, 4, 5 metres. Run through harmlessly to Cowan. There's a little bit of the edge being taken off the match because both teams have qualified.
Yeah, it's a strange situation here in this group, and you can almost sort of decide, in a sense, which teams you want to play in the next round and base your selection or your performance around that. And we're seeing that in some of the other matches as well. You mentioned Shanghai SIPG, they've left some players at home. Jiangsu last night against Adelaide left some big name players at home. I wonder if there's a way for them to tweak the format a little bit, perhaps conduct a draw at the end of the group stages, or play all the matches on one night.
Smashes into Watana. Talked about Wongtong's defensive solidity. They're not bad going forward either. 18 goals they've scored in their last 6 matches, including 4 in their last 2, both in the league. Brisbane dispatched for 3 at home in the AFC Champions League. Good times for Wongtong United. Nagaki trying to bring the good times back for Kashima Antlers. Endo, lovely ball down the line. Suzuki, he's only got Pedro in the middle. Suzuki couldn't pick out Pedro. Comes to Leo, deflected. Leo Silva, not a renowned goal scorer.
Well, they worked it well down that right-hand side, Kashima Antlers. You can see Suzuki, what he brings to this Kashima side, the movement into the channels. And they do drag Terraton out of position. There's space that opens up. Leo Silva earning side of corner kick situation. Don't think he got hold of the ball.
Endo onto Pedro. Pedro's ball. Well dealt with. Was Ayama doing the good work. Endo again. Leo Silva. Just wanting the width, and eventually it's provided by Misao. Leo Silva. Chanatip working hard. I know you're an admirer of his defensive work as well as his attacking prowess as Watanabe. They somehow escape from that one. Tillaton swivel. Tries to play the ball through to Chanatip.
Chanatip's got outstanding work rate defensively and always provides them with an option in attack as well. And
onside, Cowan's off his line. Suzuki finds the back of the net. It's a fine finish from Yuma Suzuki. Kashima have the lead.
It's a lovely finish from Yuma Suzuki. He's composed in that situation, so he puts it underneath Cowan. But it's that run once again. Starting from a central position, makes use of that space. Down Wontong's left-hand side. Gets into that channel there. There you go. Lovely. I like how he keeps himself onside, runs across that central defensive line. Times his run to perfection, I think. There shows his composure here. Not sure if Cowan needs to be coming out in that situation. It's wide of goal. He's got coverage. Aoyama is there. You wonder about their goalkeeping there, I think. But good finish from Yuma Suzuki. Has been making those runs into that position, and he's gotten his reward.
It's Suzuki's third goal in the AFC Champions League. 22-year-old is already beginning to make a bit of a name for himself. Add that to a couple of goals that he scored in the J-League. It's a decent return for a 22-year-old, plus they're giving the youngsters the responsibility.
Yeah, and that's great to see. I mean, the younger players getting an opportunity. They've got big squads, and we've heard the Australian teams talk about how they've had to deal with fixture congestion and things like that. And the Japanese sides have to deal with exactly that same thing. But they're giving their younger players an opportunity because they're producing good quality younger players. So the Australian sides have to go back and look at what they're doing with that talent production line.
At the other end, there is one of those young players, Ueda, seeing off the run of Pirapat. Spring in the step of the 22-year-old. Match upon. And Pirapat couldn't stretch.
Well, as it stands, both sides could get exactly what they want in the round of 16.
Initially playing a bit of keep ball. She wins it back. Picks it up from Pedro. Doi does come in from that left-hand side a lot. Leo Silva, Endo. Flag was up. But again, incisive build-up from Kashima Antlers.
Teraton's a lucky boy there. The linesman's flag has gone up. He fallen asleep. Endo had made a run on the inside of him. It's an obvious area of weakness that Kashima Antlers have picked out here. That left side of Wontong's defense.
Here's Addison. Moncon. Addison doesn't look comfortable in those attacking positions, but he's found Tillerson. Ratchapon. Looked like the there was a foul on Ratchapon. Referee says no. Agaki comes away with possession.
Sort of struggling, Wong Tong, to string any sort of meaningful attack together, especially down that right-hand side. I mentioned at the start as well, and about Addison not being able to give you that attacking threat down the right. Certainly missing Tristan Doe in those positions.
Endo, with provided by Misao and Doi. Here is Nisao. Suzuki. It's not too far over.
He's looked sharp, Suzuki. Like his movement across that forward line, and he's obviously full of confidence there. Why not have a go this time on his left foot? It's a lovely pass though from Endo with the outside of his boot, and defenders don't expect passes to come from the outside of the boot there. Lovely run from Yuma. Again, I think Cowan can stay on his line there. He's got help from his defenders in that situation.
Flying in on this final match day. Shanghai have equalised in Sydney, Western Sydney 2, Shanghai 2. And Brisbane have equalised against Ulsan. Brisbane 1, Ulsan 1. Only Seoul and Urawa yet to provide a goal yet. Shoji. Great confidence from Leo Silva. Endo. Pedro. Time is being tracked, but Pedro still going. That's good defending by Supan.
He stood up well there, Supan, just to force Pedro down the line. Doesn't make a rash challenge here. There he goes, on his toes. Follows the run, eyes on the ball. And he times his challenge to perfection there, I think.
Boisterous following. It's not a full house. They're certainly trying to make up for it. Ueda nearly got there. It's Pedro. Cleared by Ratchapon onto Chanatip. Nagaki in there quickly, but then Ratchapon does well. Feeds Pirapat. Pirapat's only got Tillerson to aim for. Con in support. Tillerson Danga. And Ratchapon. Tillerson again.
Well, the big issue I have that is, you see with Montong quite obviously, Tillerson and Chanate both want to drop in deeper, and then you don't have anyone in those attacking positions for Montong.
That's Cisco role.
That's Cisco role, absolutely right. Well, we're seeing Montong now trying to fill in between those two centre-backs.
Swing and a miss from Ratchapon. And a second time, Pedro. Suzuki. Pedro. Oh, that's an important tackle from Supan on his weaker right side. Misao. Suzuki onto Endo. Doi has now switched to this right-hand side. Endo. He's allowed to roam down the right. Doi can roam in from the left.
Lots of European teams as well employing these tactics, you know, starting with the players who are very comfortable playing in central positions, starting them out on the flanks. And you can think of Atletico Madrid there, where they just drift in and they try and outnumber opposition sides in those central positions, and then the fullbacks have to get forward and provide the width, as we're seeing here with Misao.
There is Doi. Right wing position. It's all changed since the numbers 1 to 11 told you where a player will play.
I think he uses his body well there in that situation. He didn't have support coming to him quickly enough.
Pittapat. Tillaton finds eventually Lachapon. On that pass from Tillaton, Tip slows it down, and Addison, he looks terrified every time he crosses the halfway line. Addison from right.
You can just tell how he's not used to that, playing in that position, then being the one that has to provide that attacking width and that energy. He's had an opportunity already to put in a couple of crosses, and it's been poor.
To pick out Suzuki. Tillaton trying to turn defence into attack. Mongkong, who's had Wongtong's best chance. Tillaton are wandering. When Tillaton wanders, Pittapat slots in. Those two like interchangeable twins.
And it's good understanding as well between teammates, understanding that you need to fill in that space when someone's left it. Good relationship between Tillaton and Pittapat. We already spoke about the ability to interchange positions. And we see this from Tillaton as well, for Muangthong and also for the Thai national side, sometimes drifting into those central midfield positions, looking to get himself involved. Play nice little diagonal balls, trying to dictate the tempo of matches, because they have looked a little bit laboured in central midfield tonight with Watana and Ratchapol. I think Watana especially has looked a bit slow on the ball, a bit cumbersome.
Whereas Kashimov looked really sharp. There's going to be a talking to for that nice young man, Nueda. Yuma Suzuki with the only goal. Possessional stats, 60-40 in favour of the home side. Kashima. Suzuki plays in Endo. Doi's made a run. Pedro's available. The width provided by Mizao. Mizao looks for Pedro.
A lovely move there from Nishima once again. Mizao providing the width there. It's Endo who's clever enough in central midfield. Waits for the right moment to release that pass. Holds on to it. Saw once again Shomadoi drifting in from the left-hand side, making a late run into the box. Just wasn't the right option for Endo. What a cross from Mizao, though. Lovely delivery on that. Fortunately, Pedro Jr. couldn't capitalize.
Nishi. Suzuki started his run and then stopped, and it was a good ball into him.
I think Suzuki knew it as well. Immediately the hand went up to apologize to Nishi Daigo.
Addison plunders his way past Doi and then catches his heels. the lovely ball in, and Pedro left with space.
He is left with space. That's a lovely cross from Misao. That's too close to Kawin. Can't get the direction that he wants. He's trying to head it back across from where it came. It's good height for the goalkeeper as well.
Endo again, seeing plenty of the ball. Silva. Tapon just gets there and then it's clipped by Leo.
I think that's poor from Leo, and he knows it. You know, they had him trapped there. They had Ratchapal trapped in that situation. And he knows it's a wasted opportunity. And 3 Kashima players surrounding Ratchapal in that situation, and they let him out.
Ratchapal still sporting his Movember tash.
Probably taking him 6 months to grow one.
Another problem. Leo. Good movement from Suzuki. He's clearly trying to make an impression on the coach. He's very often a used substitute. Doesn't get that many starts, the 22-year-old, but his work ethic is very good, and he scored the only goal so far. Leo Silva. Tong thought it was a Wong-Tong ball. Assistant referee disagrees. Nice dummy. Covering, and well, Sante, that's what experience buys you.
A good reading of the game from Konsute there, and a good starting position for a goalkeeper as well. You know, when your team's pushed up high a little bit, you don't hang back in your own penalty area. Playing a bit of that sweeper-keeper role there.
You can't be vulnerable to the halfway line shot. But I suppose any decent coach will say it's not a gamble worth taking. If we let in 1, we won't let in 2 or 3.
And it is a bit of a gamble, but it's going to be a heck of a shot from the halfway line. It's also about noticing the cues from opposition players. If there's no pressure on the ball, I think you obviously need to drop off a little bit. The midfielder's got his head up and he's looking at you. You think you can have an attempt at goal, then you drop off as well.
Here's Chanatip. He's probably got the ability to score from halfway. Addison doesn't. But he's won the ball back there. He's a tenacious tackler. And Addison still going through. Crunching tackle from Misao.
Once again there, Wong-Tong United, no options in the penalty area, even though Addison had gotten past his man. When you look at where Tirasin and Chanatip are, they've backed off. He's got no options. He's having a look. He's got nothing ahead of him in that box there. He's got nothing that he can cut it back to. Nobody can cut it back to in that situation. It's a big issue for Wong-Tong in this game.
He doesn't look comfortable, does he?
He absolutely doesn't. And to his credit, he's done well there in that situation to get past the Kashima defenders. And that surely is a foul throw, which doesn't seem to be picked up by referees these days.
The phrase square peg in a round hole seems to fit Addison, but the attitude is there. And he is a combative centre-back. Not taking away from him. He's doing a job for his team. Pitter-pat.
No, absolutely. I mean, no one might be laughing here, but it's not because of Addison's ability. I just understand, you know, when you ask a central defender the play as a right fullback and ask him to maraud forward and give you that attacking outlet, he's going to struggle a little bit.
Shows how much Tristan Doe is important to this setup. Citizen was chasing. Brisbane have taken the lead against Ulsan. Ulsan had scored through a Jamie Young own goal. Jamie Young has literally been in the wars. He was the one who ripped his arm against Wong Tong, and then he was also taken off in the playoff match in the A-League. Now he scored an own goal. As Chanatip does really well. Dewey can clear. Endo down the line for Suzuki. Supan covering at the expense of a corner kick.
Well done from Supan there. On this occasion, they read that pass early, identifies that space. Yuma Suzuki once again. Supan has the legs and the awareness to get there ahead of Suzuki.
Straight at Cowan. Well, there were plenty of white shirts there, and certainly, was it Nishi who gets the header in?
Yeah, you know, he's given an opportunity to run and attack the ball there. I wonder if Cowan can perhaps do a little bit better in that situation. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt, seeing as it bounced just right before him. He's not helped out by his defenders there, though.
The old zonal versus man-to-man marking.
Look, you're going to concede goals from either system. It's about taking responsibility. I don't understand when pundits criticize one over the other.
Cowan helped out by Ayama. Suzuki trying the spectacular Yuma Suzuki. And he's got those fans jumping. His goal separates the sides 5 minutes before half-time. The other end, the Wong Tong flag is being swung, but not in exactly exotic fashion. Fans there with broken arms. It's a disjointed look.
It is on the pitch as well. This Wong Tong side has got a strange vibe on the pitch here, where you're just looking at it thinking, is it a training match between these two teams? A pre-season friendly, perhaps, where Kashima look the fitter side. They're the ones that look like they want to win this group at the moment.
Wong Tong's league games come thick and fast. They're playing weekend, midweek for the next 3 weeks. We've got Tai Honda away, then home games against Port and Ubon. Then a biggie against Chiang Rai United. Running away with things at the top of the table, Wong Tong. 7 points clear of Buriram and Chiang Rai. That's domestically. This is the Asian stage. Pedro. Suzuki. First touch led to a tackle for the second. Nishi. Pirapat and Tiraton working hard together. Tiraton with the free kick.
Tiraton initially was a little bit sloppy with possession there, trying to nutmeg Suzuki right on the edge of the penalty area. Then as he rushed back to make up for it, I think that foul on Nishi.
To the song now. Takashima and Takashima. Free kick for them. Endo. And Nagaki. Endo. Smothered. It's going wide, but had to make sure, Cowan.
None from Cowan there, not taking any chances with that save. He's quick to move his feet there to get across.
There's a break. Tillerson. Breaks the Chanatip. Pirapat. Now there's a couple in the penalty area. Tillerson and Monko. They do miss Cisco in this scenario. Tillerson nearly got there. Doi, good defending. Kept alive by Pirapat. Chanatip. Tillerson. Pirapat. Chanatip. Immediately closed down by two. Chanatip. Monko. Lachapon. Monko. Solid positional defending from Kashima. Nowhere for Montong to go. Eventually Chanatip under pressure from Jen Shoji runs it out.
Well, that was a little bit better from Wang Tong though in that position. Had created some space to deliver across into the box. He got the numbers in there as well. Adishot from a right back position. He got himself into the penalty area as well. Eventually Kashima, his defensive discipline, snuffing out that danger, forcing Wang Tong from left to right.
Tillaton. There's a bit of space there, the touch from Tillerson. What a strike from Tillerson right on half-time.
Wow, what a goal. And you don't need players in the box for that. Tillerson, I mean, that nutmeg was just superb. It was outstanding, out of this world. And then you think it's not going to get any better than that. And he produces a world-class finish here. It's all a little bit casual from Tiraton. It's nutmeg right here. And then that finish. No chance for the goalkeeper. Superb from Tillerson. There we go. See you later. Bang into the top corner. Wow. Special player, special moment. One top haven't threatened this Kashima side. But that's what you get when you got Tillerson in your team.
A third goal in the AFC Champions League. And a contender for the AFC Goal of the Week. They have that competition. You're eligible to vote. Let's get voting, because that is a beauty. Chanatip was one of the contenders last time out against Brisbane, but that one is even better than Chanatip's. And they're coming forward again. Pirapat, Tillerson, outside of him, Addison.
I would love to see Addison get himself a goal in this game. It's been
from 30 yards. I'd love it. But Tillerson, Dangda, my word. A wonderful piece of skill.
A real special moment from Tillerson, and talked about him and Jonathan dropping off into the deeper positions. Well, that was outstanding from him, a real moment of the quality there.
The moment of the first half after Yuma Suzuki had scored the first goal to give a deserved lead for Kashima Antlers. They dominated possession. They had more chances. Cowan was solid in goal. Ayama had to work hard alongside Supan defensively. And then, right on half-time, Tillerson Dangda with a special goal to make it at half-time. Muangthong United holding Kashima Antlers 1 goal apiece.
finish to the first half. That was, as Des and Roshan said, a special bit of skill from Tirasin